Oh my God. Calm down, girl. There must be something I can do to help him. He's unconscious. He's bleeding. Shit, what could have happened to him? I gotta call a doctor. I can't just leave him like this. Oh my God. What happened to him? I'll get him to bed. I'll get him to bed. Ethan. Ethan, can you hear me? You've got a hell of a fever. Are those burn marks on your chest? I'm gonna have to get your clothes off to disinfect those wounds. Those are serious burns. I don't know if I can do anything for you. Arms look really bad. I need to disinfect your wounds. I'm no doctor, but I'll do what I can. No messing with the medicine. I'm trying to treat him, not kill him. I've got some ointment for the burns and something to disinfect the wounds. Paraphenol for fever, paracetamol for pain, and here's an antibiotic and some sleeping pills. Giving him sleeping pills in his present state would be a sure way of putting him to sleep. For good. Paraphenol for fever, paracetamol for pain, and here's an antibiotic and some sleeping pills. I've got some ointment for the burns and something to disinfect the wounds. I've got some ointment for the burns and something to disinfect the wounds. That should ease the pain. Your wounds are disinfected. That's all I can do. How do you feel? Ethan? He's unconscious. Now I'll just have to wait. And hope he wakes up. How do you feel?
I've been better. Was I out for long?
About 3 hours.
Why the guardian angel act? You don't even know me.
You didn't really leave me any choice. I couldn't just leave you like that.
You said you were here because you're an insomniac?
It's nothing. I just have trouble falling asleep sometimes. I've been like that since I was a little girl. You got some kind of a problem?
Bigger than you can possibly imagine.
You mixed up with the mafia? Owe someone money? Something like that?
Listen, I'm truly grateful for your help, but for your own sake, I think it's better if you don't ask any questions.
Right. I'm gonna go. Take care.
I don't want that girl to get involved. No one must know, until I find my son. I'm coming, Sean. I'll find you wherever you are. I need to get going. I've already lost too much time. Must stay on my feet.
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. I've got nothing to do with that business. I never killed nobody.
Oh, no? Then why did you run away when they came to question you?
I already told you I forgot to report to my parole officer. I didn't want to go back to prison. When I saw the cops, I just bolted. I wasn't thinking straight.
We checked out his statement. He has an alibi for at least 3 of the murders.
Fuck, that bastard was a perfect fit. Shit!
Ash? Okay. Sean Moss's mother's here. She'd like to speak with you.
It was a few months back, the middle of the night. It was pouring down. Ethan came home completely drenched at about 3. I asked him where he'd been. He spoke about drowning, the rain. He didn't make any sense. There was something in his eyes. As if it wasn't really him. There may be no connection, but the next day there was that announcement about another victim of the origami killer. Find my son. I'm begging you.
I'm Police Lieutenant Carter Blake, and this is Agent Norman Jaden of the FBI. According to our information, Ethan Mars is one of your patients. We'd like to ask you a few questions about him.
I'm sorry, that's impossible.
I beg your pardon?
I'm bound by an oath of secrecy. Under no circumstances may I discuss my patients.
My job is to find Sean Mars alive, and I don't give a damn about any bullshit oath.
He's right. Legally, you gotta tell us what you know.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. And now I must ask you to leave.
You need to cooperate. For your own sake.
Doctor, a child's life's at stake. You may know something that could help us save him.
Are you threatening me?
I'm just giving you some free advice, Doc. I suggest you take it.
I know you don't want to protect a murderer. If you know anything, you must tell us, Doctor.
I am going to call the police and make a complaint about your behavior.
Doctor, you are really pushing my buttons. The only thing I'm interested in is saving that kid's life. So, you're gonna be a good boy and tell me what I want to know, or I am really gonna lose my temper.
Let go of me.
It's your duty to inform the police
have
if you
no
suspect
right.
one of your patients, Doctor.
Come on, Doc. There's an easy way and a hard way. It's your fucking choice.
If you don't let go of this man immediately, I'll report you and you'll be off the case.
What the hell's the matter with you, Norman? What, you getting cold feet? You don't want to save Sean Mars anymore?
I want to save Sean Mars just as much as you do, but that doesn't give me all rights. So you're gonna stop this shit right now!
Ethan Mars has had psychological problems since his first son died. Feels responsible for his death. A sort of morbid neurosis. He is haunted by visions of drowning bodies. A few weeks ago, after one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor. It must have fallen out of his pocket.
cash, I want you to assign every available man to finding Ethan Mars. I want a man outside his place day and night. Notify all agencies to start looking for him. I want you to keep an eye on the train stations, the airports, the bus terminals. I want every cop in the city on his ass, so that if he moves, we know about it. Yes, Ethan Mars is the origami killer.
I wonder what we're going to talk about. The most exclusive golf club in town. Strange place for an appointment. Well, well, an old friend. I kept Lauren in the dark on this one. I'll pick her up from her place later on. Big stick, little ball. Never could see the point of this game. Nice shot.
Thank you. Please come in, Mr. Shelby. Would you care for a coffee?
Oh, no thanks.
Do you play?
I tried once, but I think the owner of the course is still looking for me.
It's an interesting sport. It requires strength, but also a cool head and absolute precision. Would you care to hit a few balls with me? There's no danger of damaging the greens here.
Okay.
Take off your jacket and grab a club. The balls are in that basket. The most important thing is to grip the club correctly. When you feel ready, you swing. Impressive. You seem to have a knack for it.
Beginner's luck. I'm assuming you didn't invite me here just to play golf, Mr. Kramer.
I hear you've been asking questions about my son.
That's right. I want to know if Gordy is linked to the origami killer case in any way.
My son had nothing to do with that sordid case.
Well, then he has nothing to fear from my investigation.
You have no business investigating my son. I told you, he had nothing to do with it.
With all due respect, Mr. Kramer, it's up to me to decide who I want to investigate.
I'm an influential man, Mr. Shelby, and I pay very well for loyalty.
Are you trying to buy me?
Let's just say I'm trying to show you where your interest lies. How much do you want to leave my son alone?
I think you misunderstood me. I don't play that game.
Don't go near my son, Mr. Shelby. If you do, you'll regret it.
Have a nice day, Mr. Kramer.
Porcelain lizards? They look new, out of place with the rest of this old beat-up stuff. Where are you, Sean? "9711 Marble Street. It's the right place, but what am I supposed to do in this dump? Still feeling weak. I can hardly stand. The pain's coming back. Drugs are beginning to wear off. There's been a fire in here. Everything is all burned up. A GPS on the table. A GPS on the table.
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
Gotta find a sharp object, something that'll make a clean cut. I don't want to have to start hacking away at it. Cut off a finger? No way! The pain's gonna be intense. Gotta find some way to reduce it. I have to go through with it. I have no choice, for Sean's sake. This is fucking nuts! I can't do it! I want to save Sean, but I refuse to do this! Gotta disinfect the wound, if I want to have a chance of surviving.
You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds
5 minutes. I've got
left.
5 minutes to cut off my finger. Gotta decide now. This could all go horribly wrong. I'm not going to save my son by dying here. I might just be able to get through this if I make the right choices. There's gotta be a way to do this.
You have 4 minutes left.
I can't cut off my own finger. I just can't do it. I want to save Sean. I'd do anything. Anything but that.
You have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. You have 3 minutes left. and 30 seconds left.
I did what I had to, Sean.
Under the desk.
The pain! My finger! My finger!